And that's how I came up with the idea for Ultraman Fraser and Ultraman Niles. What do you think, Gar?
First off, that's just the plot to Ultraman Rube. Except you replace Katsumi with Fraser and Isami with Niles.
Oh.
Thirdly, you had them all dressed in suits. And thirdly, why are they all voiced by Kelsey Grammer?
Oh, well, I guess I've been watching too much Frasier recently, haven't I?
You could say you're craving Frasier.
Yeah. Schwa the roll call.
It's Schwat. Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to Ultraranger, the podcast where we talk about Ultraman's past, present, future, Godzilla, and all kaiju in between. As always, I am your host, Ultraman Gar.
And I'm your co-host, Ultraman Lane. And yes, I started watching Frasier.
Yes, you have.
Because Gar found it for me on Crave. Because Frasier is one of those shows where I've always wanted to watch it since I was a kid, but I knew I couldn't watch it until I was old enough to understand it. So now that I'm 31 years old, I was like, you know what? It's time to sit down and watch Frasier. And I'm almost done season 1, and I've been loving the shit out of it. It's super funny, super clever. I can see why it is known as the smartest show on television.
But we're not talking about that today. We're talking about, of course, our beloved Ultraseven, Ultraman Dyna, and Ultraman Z.
Yep. 3 generations of Ultraman.
Yep. One from the 60s, one from the 90s, and
one
from now.
Yeah, one from the 2020s.
Well, the only one from the 2020s.
Soon. We'll find out the next one.
Yeah, we'll get the trademark in 2 or 3 months. If.
Son of Zoffy.
They're not going to do it.
Yeah, they're going to do Son of Zoffy.
No.
They did Son of Belial? They need to do the Son of Zoffy.
I don't think they're going to do a Sun series for a while.
No. But those make so much money.
Yeah, and it helps with the legacy stuff, but I don't know. I think what they did was, I think the concept for Zeds, I think what they should be going for.
Yeah.
A bit more. Just, someone that not loves them, but what's the word I'm looking for? More of an inspiration.
Just don't do Taiga again. 3 Ultraman is too much. Or if you're going to do 3 of them, don't have one show up at a time. Have all 3.
Or maybe if you're going to do 3 Ultramen, have them be 3 separate people and not just one guy.
Exactly, because Rube worked because it was 2 separate people. And then you watch the movie, and then you realize how great the series actually was. So it's about family.
Family
bonding.
Well.
Anyways, yeah. So
yeah.
We got some news.
Yeah, of course.
As we always do.
Of course we
Sometimes we don't.
Sometimes we don't. Sometimes we do.
We'll try not to go on for 45 minutes.
Oh, no. I think we're going to blast through this quickly.
Alright.
Alright, so...
Sorry. Just every time I see Zeton, it fucking freaks me out. He's terrifying.
Yeah, so... Premium Bandai has announced that the newest member in the SH Figure Arts line will be Alien Zeton 3 trillion degree fireball version.
3 trillion degree. My god, that is a hot ass fucking fireball.
In case you didn't notice, that is hotter than the sun.
So you could burn a hole through a plant with one blast.
Yeah.
Fucking.
It's just, it sounds like a number that they came up with without doing the actual science.
Do you know what I figured I'd get of Zeton? Freaking Death Scythe.
Oh, a Hyper Zeton Death Scythe?
Yeah, Hyper Zeton's Death Scythe. That's my favorite iteration of Zeton we've ever gotten. It's so cool.
So yeah, this is very similar to the original Zeton figure art that we got way back in 2016. Except this one comes with the fireball effect, of course, to showcase his trillion degree fireball attack. And his face is actually repainted to make it look like the fireball effect.
Oh.
So, as much as I want to get it, on the other hand, I prefer to have the one that doesn't have the fireball effect.
Gotcha. Yeah, Seton's terrifying.
This is a premium Bandai exclusive, I believe.
Doesn't say.
Nope, it does not say, so I'm gonna guess this is a retail release.
It's a retail. Oh, wait. Yes, it is premium Bandai.
Oh, is it premium Bandai?
Yeah, it says the last sentence.
Oh, thank you.
Damn you, premium Bandai.
Well, it'll be going for 7,150 yen, and is scheduled to ship out in April of 2021.
All right.
And pre-orders have already started as of October 23rd, 2020.
All right. Well, Seton, you're terrifying. Stay where you fucking belong.
In the 60s?
Sure. Every time I hear that fucking...
Cricketing?
Yeah.
So we have the Ultimate Articulate Ultraman Tiga multi-type figure.
What's article?
Oh, sorry, article. Which means it's
just a statue.
Yeah, it is just a statue that comes with two separate hands. Or two separate arms. One to do like a fighting position, the other one to replicate his Zeppelian ray.
Look how big that is.
Oh yes, this figure, or well, this statue is 400 millimeters tall.
Oh my god. Let's see how much that is in feet.
This figure has to require 3 AAA batteries just to have the lights on, which I'm guessing it's in the...
It's 15 inches tall. So way over a foot.
Well, that's like a foot and 3 inches.
Yeah, fuck. It looks really nice though. Got like the creases and the suit and everything.
Wait, how tall did you say?
15 inches.
Okay, sorry. So it's...
Yeah, 1.3 foot. You're right.
Yeah, I'm right.
Yeah.
I think it, yeah. This is also a premium Bandai item, going for 30,800 yen.
Oh my god. This would be like $400.
Yeah, and it's scheduled to come out in March of next year, 2021. And much like with the Zeton figure art, it will be pre-orders have already started at October 23rd, 2020.
Well, if you love Tiga, pick this guy up. I'm not.
I actually had a friend today contact me, asking me what kind of suits the Ultraman and like
what the material is.
Yeah, like the material. And I told him that it's like a wetsuit because he makes shoe decals and such, and he's trying to get like the same coloring down, and he wants to make the silver pop.
Okay. It's a nice suit though.
Yeah. Also, perfect timing for Tiga's 35th anniversary. Came out in 96.
Yeah, 2021.
Wait, hang on, 2006, 26. Sorry, 25th anniversary.
Yes.
Not 35th. I was off by a decade. But speaking of decades prior, Mego, the retro action figure toy line from the 70s and 80s, I believe, has finally showcased their Ultraman figure. And
what? It's like he's wearing clothes.
Yeah, that looks like a Mego Ultraman toy.
You know what it is? It looks like a Barbie doll, like a Ken doll, just dressed up in an Ultraman.
Oh, that's what Megos are. They're basically just small Ken action figures.
Okay. Like the head sculpt's nice, but it looks like he's wearing clothes. Like you'd expect that's what like the original suit would have looked like. Like he had like like actual like boots like that on and stuff, and he had like a sweater over it. Like that's what you expect the suit to look like. No, it wasn't.
No,
it was the wetsuit.
Yeah.
Look at that packaging. That's amazing.
Yeah, 14 points of articulation.
8 inches too. That's a big boy.
Yep.
That's like the size of my Blue Centurion figure I have.
And there's the back. A little talk about Mego.
All right.
It looks.
It's cute.
I can't wait for it to show up on Robot Chicken.
Yeah, I'm Ultraman.
Well, because Robot Chicken, back when it first started, used a lot of like old Mego figures.
Oh.
Because they have the because you may notice with the wrist joints, that's kind of like the same joints that they use on Robot Chicken.
Okay. Yeah.
So what they did is that they put a wire Like, they literally, in Robot Chicken, they cut open the Mego figure, put a wire through the body so that they have, like, full control over the actual articulation.
Yeah, because it's all, like, stop motion stuff. It's funny, though.
They even brought in a story of how this one person sent them in 2 mitten bucks, like, Bo and Luke. I think it's Bo and Luke from Duke of Hazards, right?
Duke.
Yeah, Bo and Duke. And they were just upset because, like, these are mitten bucks and they want us to use them for the show. They're going to be so upset when they realize that we have to gut these things open.
Oh, no, it's Luke. Yeah, Bo and Luke. Duke.
Yeah, Bo and Luke.
Alright, but yeah, you know what? Now that I look at it, it does look like something from Robot Chicken.
Yeah. This thing will be a Walmart exclusive.
Oh!
Yeah, special...
The special collectibles section.
From and it'll be coming out in mid to late November.
Okay.
And apparently, according to Big Bad Toy Store, because I was on there recently to check on a pre-order, apparently Ultraseven's also in the works.
Do you know how much these are?
No, but they're probably going to go for cheap. Like, they're not going to be like $70, $80. It's probably going to be like $30, $35.
So one day we'll walk into Walmart and we'll just see this and we'll be like,
oh no, we have Canada Walmart where we don't get anything.
Well, we don't get anything until months later.
Yeah, until months later, and when we do see it, it's going to be gone because we live in an area full of scalpers.
We do. Scalpers are everywhere. Every shape, size, and form.
A scalper is a scalper, no matter how much.
Ha! That's funny. Cool.
You got his reference.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. On to some video game news. So the video game known as Arena of Valor is including is including the 2019 Ultraman Shinjiro Hayata as a skin.
Wow, they're just like, I feel like for the past 3 episodes we've talked about this version of Ultraman being included in a video game.
I think it's because they're trying to push this to be like the mainstream Ultraman show.
And also it's because he has a mobile game already, Be Ultra.
Oh yeah, Be Ultra, the Override 2 DLC, this, which is apparently also a mobile game for iOS and Android.
I hate mobile games.
The same. It's not that I don't hate them. It's just
they're not my type of like game to play.
Like when I was in high school, I played like Temple Run 2, but it's like
because like when I'm traveling and stuff like that, like I don't play mobile games on my phone. I listen to my music, watch a video that I downloaded of YouTube, or I go through my social media.
You know what I do when I'm traveling with someone? I talk to them.
Yeah, that too.
Because if I'm like on my phone or something, it kind of makes it look like I'm just not paying attention.
Yeah, that's why it sucks that smartphones have almost completely ruined even conversation.
My sister has always done that though. She would always have earbuds and like listening to her own music. Yeah. Never gotten shit for it.
Mm-hmm.
I try to do it, freaking getting shit.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for Ultraman.
There's not much else to say.
It's just an Android.
But we'll watch this anime eventually.
I don't know. Maybe who knows? Maybe in like a month or so. Yeah. And again, this being Ultraranger, this could come out like next year.
Right.
It won't be.
No.
So, speaking of video games, so a month or so back, there was a video game that blew up and then kind of just faded away.
No, it's still popular.
Well, it is still popular, but it's not like as mainstream as it was on like launch day.
Yeah.
And that is the game Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout.
Yep, this game I played a little bit, and then I played by myself one time, and I got so fucking irritated, so pissed off at it, that I was like, I'm never playing this game ever again.
Yep.
And I haven't since. I'm so proud of myself.
I played it once when the update came out, and I remembered why I stopped playing.
Yeah.
But apparently they listen to Ultraranger or something like that. Probably don't. But there's going to be a DLC skin, which makes you be dressed up as Godzilla.
For Godzilla Day.
Yep, November 3rd is Godzilla's 66th anniversary.
Damn.
And for a limited time only, fans will have the opportunity to use the all-new Godzilla skin available to players for 10 crowns total.
Oh.
Which means you have to have won
10 times.
10 games. Not in a row, but just 10 games altogether.
Or like if you go in the battle pass, you sometimes earn a crown.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't feel like paying just to get a Godzilla skin.
Yeah.
For a game that I'll probably play like once or twice more in my lifetime.
It's cute though. Like Fall Guys itself aesthetically, like the beans are cool, are cute. I love the beans. It's just the game. I feel there's no purpose and satisfaction in like playing it.
Honestly, the best person to describe this game was Brennel Floss when he made a music video of it, and he perfectly summed up the entire thing. It's the eagerness to wanting to win, but then when you lose, you rage because you're getting so close. Where you have the mindset of, I may win this, and then you lose.
Yeah.
Because when I played, I was always getting to like the final round, and then because of one thing, I would screw up.
Yeah, no, that's yeah.
And I also noticed when I played, it was always like the same levels over and over again.
Fucking team games, suck it.
Team games aren't fair, especially when you're playing online.
Yeah. But anyways, so not dissing Fall Guys itself. It is a pretty awesome game. It's fun. It's just, for my sanity, I'd rather play something else personally, which I have been. I play Fortnite. I play the most mainstream multiplayer game ever.
Like, I'd rather play like an old Mario game, because at least I'm at least having fun, and there's like
go buy Super Mario 3D All Stars. It's only here till March.
Yep.
Which
I'm like halfway done for Galaxies.
Yeah.
Like main story.
Me, Bluecaster, and Garb, we all went split one copy because I knew I was gonna play all the time. Knew Ichi wasn't gonna play all the time.
And I play it the most.
Yeah.
Because it's always in my Switch.
It's always in your Switch. I dabbled in Mario Sunshine and Mario 64, and I was like, cool, looks great, plays nicely.
And then there's just me who, like, my Wii doesn't really work. Like, I need to clean the scanner in it.
Raven needs to give us his Wii U so we can play it all the time.
Or, anyways.
Cool. Godzilla. I'm glad Godzilla's getting a representation in something.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, speaking of more Godzilla, Netflix did their anime festival for this year, where they announced a bunch of new projects, and one of them was the upcoming Godzilla Singular Point, where they showed off a trailer with some screenshots. They announced the cast, or not the cast, but like the staff people that are working on it.
It's gonna be interesting.
Yep. And I watched the trailer, not sub, so I have no idea what this is about. But I guess that leaves to more enjoyment. We know it's coming out in April of 2021 for 13 episodes.
And we'll be watching it.
Yeah.
Because me and Gar are caught up on all Godzilla related media. So we'll watch this too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like I said last episode, just it looks like it's gonna be like a bit more humorous.
Well, we know there are a ton, I know from watching the trailer, we're finally getting our boy Jet Jaguar back.
That makes me incredibly happy. Because Jet Jaguar, I feel, is one of the most underrated fucking Toho characters.
I wouldn't call him underrated. I think the better word to use is, not cherish, but like,
I'd say underrated is a fitting word, because, like, he's awesome, everyone knows he's awesome, but just Toho doesn't realize how awesome he is.
Okay, yeah.
So he's underrated. So, like, that's why, like, in the PS4 Godzilla game, he's there. You can play as Jet Jaguar. I haven't played him yet, because I haven't unlocked him, but, yeah.
So the series will... Okay, so I was reading the article a bit. So it's announced that Bones and a studio called Orange will also be in the works to do this anime, and looking at their lineup, it doesn't look like a lot.
No, that's okay.
Yeah. Oh,
there you
go. Sorry.
Oh, they worked on Excel World. Okay, that explains a lot.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods,
Resurrection F.
A lot of anime.
Yeah, just a ton of anime.
Well, like, it's not that like these companies directly made them; they helped make them.
Yeah. So. And according to this article, it will be hand-drawn animation with CG animation.
Okay, so I'm betting any money Godzilla is going to be CG.
Oh yeah, all the kaijus are CG. Everything else is hand-drawn. So it's kind of like what they were doing with Gridman a bit.
Yeah, Gridman was kind of like sort of 3D-ish.
Like when they did some shots.
Yeah.
Like I think wasn't Gridman himself like CG?
Yeah.
In that show. Yeah.
But now, the one question that has not been yet answered: how tall is this Godzilla?
We'll probably get more confirmation on Godzilla Day.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the question I want to know. How big is he? He's not gonna. I know. I feel like not for the longest time are we gonna have a Godzilla that's gonna top Godzilla Earth size, because fuck, he was massive, and that's him after being fucking stuck on Earth for like 10,000 years by himself.
I think it was like 20,000 years.
Oh yeah, something like that, like 10, 20.
Yeah, somewhere there.
Don't watch Monster Planet.
Okay, so apparently the anime will be available on Netflix. However, Japan will be receiving it first.
Yeah. And
then, much like with Monster Planet, the movies will just... Sorry, not movies. The episodes will come out like everywhere else. Wait, you don't want to be like the War for Cybertron miniseries where they literally delayed it a week just so that the Japanese people could do their dub and then just release it worldwide.
There you go.
But I guess it takes more time to like get everything together.
But yeah, no, I'm excited to see what this is going to be like. So don't disappoint us, Godzilla. Look at yeah, I saw pictures of like people like ziplining into Shin Godzilla's mouth. That thing's terrifying, man. I'd be scared. Like, imagine you were fucking ziplining towards it. It probably roars. Like, you have Godzilla roaring while you're fucking ziplining into its mouth. That'd be terrifying.
You probably need to put earplugs in.
Yeah, because it'll be like...
Yeah, so that you don't freaking go deaf.
Well, I also hope Hattori shows up in this. And Mechagodzilla. That'd be nice.
I know from screenshots it's like Ebera, or not Ebera, either Titanosaurus, Anguirus, Gabra, Baragon.
Baragon, okay.
We have no confirmation yet on Mothra.
Hopefully Baragon will get whipped into a helicopter again. No, I feel, who I feel like will be endgame?
Who?
Ghidorah.
Oh yeah,
Ghidorah will definitely be final.
Well yeah, Ghidorah is like, if I to make a more Western like comparison, Godzilla is Batman, Ghidorah is the Joker. Optimus Prime with Godzilla, King Ghidorah of Megatron.
Betting you episode 2 is going to be Anguirus, because he was the villain of the second movie.
I have a feeling Godzilla may also be Endgame.
Maybe.
Or like tease that like he's the powerful monster.
As long as I get Mechagodzilla at least once, I'll be happy.
Yeah, I'm happy. Hey, they already got brownie points with showing us Jet.
That too. I love Jet Jaguar.
So speaking of anime projects, at the same festival, we finally got more information about this Pacific Rim anime.
Looks cool.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So this is done by Polygon Pictures. Same people that brought us Monster Planet. So...
Yeah, I was looking, like, that top screenshot, they look like Monster... I was like, oh, is this Monster Planet?
Yeah, so Pacific Rim, The Black, that is the title of the anime, is set to come out in 2021, and for what we got of a story is... Alright, here it is. Follow two siblings, an idealistic teenage boy and his naive younger sister, who are forced to pilot an abandoned Jaeger across the hostile landscape, which was confirmed to be Australia, in a desperate attempt to find their missing parents.
Gee, I wonder if it's going to be original, or I wonder if it's going to be Gypsy Danger.
Who knows?
Who knows? I wouldn't doubt if it was Gypsy Danger.
I hate to say this, but I think Pacific Rim should have just been that one movie.
It should have been one of those one-offs that like becomes like a cult classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it trying to brand like merchandise, franchise it.
It also didn't help that Guillermo del Toro had like no input in the second movie.
I think that's also just it as well. Like that, like he created this project, and now everyone else is doing their own thing with it. Sure, the guys that own Pacific Rim mentioned that it's going to be like Star Trek, where it's like, oh, different creative teams are doing it, and it's going to be shared in the same universe. But sometimes you should just leave things.
No, I watched Pacific Rim Uprising, and I was very disappointed with it. The only thing I could say that was actually good in that movie was the sound. The sound design was phenomenal. Mm-hmm. But other than that, it was just boring.
It was boring. It was all over the place. It was just
trying to ride that John Boyega hype after fucking Star Wars.
That's unfortunately it. They casted him just because Star Wars.
Yep.
Anyways,
we'll see what it's like. It's Pacific Rim. Pacific Rim's cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
But I'm betting you they're going to use Gypsy Danger.
When probably a wreckage version.
Because that's like the only recognizable Jaeger. I mean, my favorite was Cherno Alpha that Russian married couple fucking used. They were awesome.
Someone pointed out something with Uprising recently, and that's how each Jaeger kind of lost that whole nation culture thing.
Yeah.
They all just kind of looked like the exact same mech.
Yeah, because you had Gypsy Danger, you had Crimson Typhoon from China, you had Cherno Alpha from Russia, you had
wasn't it something Dynamo?
Or
am I thinking of Uprising?
Yeah, I think you're thinking of Uprising, but it's I can't remember what the name of the Australian one was, but I looked it up. There is a Canadian one.
Yeah, there was a Canadian one. It was just not in the movie.
No. Canada's always getting the shaft.
Hey man, we were first to go in
day after tomorrow.
Yeah, day after tomorrow.
Oh yeah, we got fucked over. Anyways, cool. Don't fuck this up like you did Godzilla, please.
They'll probably find a way. So Arrow Films, Arrow Video, the people that released that giant Gamera collection box set, has decided that they're going to split up the releases for different releases. So there are two separate box sets. One identified as the Showa era, and the one is the Heisei era, where the Showa box set will come with the first 8 movies. Heisei era will come with the Gamera trilogy plus Gamera the Brave. And for a limited time, or I don't think it's a limited time, but the Gamera trilogy from the 90s will have its own steelbook set as well.
Hell yeah. God, we need to watch Gamera.
Mm-hmm. So these box sets will be coming out in the United Kingdom and in the United States of January of next year. That's pretty good.
Booyah.
Me personally, I would prefer to get the
entire collection.
Yeah, the bigger box set because it comes with the comic stuff and all that.
All the bonus stuff.
Yeah, it comes with all the bonus stuff. This is just, if you just want the movies.
Yeah, which according to a lot of Gamera fans, the '90s ones are the only real good ones.
Oh, the Heisei trilogy.
Yeah.
I also like how it's Showa's on one side, then if you go to the Heisei box set, it's Heisei Gamera. So if you put them together, it's like a giant collage.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Both these sets will be coming out January 26, 2021. Each movie will have its own separate case for the Heisei era at least. And for the Showa era, the movies are split into 3 sets.
Mm-hmm.
But what's cool is that they'll have what do you want? What do you want to call it? A reverse skin?
Yeah.
Or reverse case?
Yeah. Reversible.
Yeah, reversible case. Where it's the art done by Matt Frank, and then the other one is of the actual posters.
That's
or at least snippets of the posters.
That's cool.
Yeah.
These look really nice. Gamera on it with that train, just
Rawr. I'm a Gamera.
Just wants to protect the children.
Not when he first started.
Yeah. Sweetie G, they launched him into space! Wow!
So I guess the only way to get Gamera the Brave is to get the Heisei set.
You know what was a good movie we watched?
What?
Pulgasari.
Pulgasari, the North Korean.
Yeah, Pulgasari was a fun ride. You and Ichi were just we're talking about this way. Me and Raven are just looking at you guys. We watched a totally different movie. It was awesome.
Yeah, Arrow Video. I actually got a Arrow Video movie recently. Well, not movie, but like one of their distributed movies recently, and that is the anniversary version of Mallrats.
Yeah, and I knew as soon as you showed that, I was like, I'm gonna come home. He's gonna be watching it.
Well, yeah, it's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, I mean, your main character seems very relatable to you. So.
Oh, T.S. or
Brody?
Brody.
Yeah, Brody. You're Brody.
I'm not Brody.
Yeah. Holy shit!
You're called. I'm the sidekick.
Yeah. Wait, he was the sidekick?
No. Like that's the joke.
Oh.
It's like take him, Boy Wonder here, like outside. Boy Wonder. These Gamera sets are cool. Again, I'll probably just buy the big set.
Yeah. Good boy, Gamera.
Mm-hmm. So, Shop Factory has announced the first wave of Ultraman releases coming out November 1st to their library, in which it's nothing. Well, I'm not going to say it's nothing, but don't get your hopes up. It's Ultra Q, Ultraman,
Yep,
Ultraseven,
yep,
Ultraman Orb the series,
yep,
Ultraman Orb the movie,
yep,
Ultraman G the series,
yeah,
and Ultraman G the movie.
Yay.
That's it.
Okay.
So, guessing
the most recognizable shows.
Well, no, I think it's the it's like the first year of releases.
Okay.
For Milk Creek.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, there you go. Better than nothing.
All these will be free on the Shop Factory TV app. And the Tokusatsu actually released a little trailer for it called Ultraman. Why We Love It. It was awful.
Like that.
It felt like it had no heart. It felt like it was made for a joke. And it looked like no effort was put into it. It's like, here's why we love Ultraman. Collateral damage. Action Salaryman. It's like, I'm not Picard meme of just like, hand on the face, like, oh.
We are Ultraman fans.
You give me like a month, or not a month, but like give me a week, and I could probably make a better trailer.
Oh yeah.
Just with these projects alone.
Yep.
I could probably make something cooler.
Oh yeah.
I should. No, you know what I'll do? I'll make it and I'll call Ultraman Why We Truly Love It, or Ultraman The True Reason We Love It.
Why you should love it too.
Or that. You know,
yeah, let's go buy the movie. Go buy the Blu-ray sets on Milk Creek.
Or watch it on Shout Factory.
Yes. Go watch it on
Or both. Why not both?
Why not Zoidberg?
Could do both.
Could do both.
Anyways, our last news story for today is a very exciting one, as I say in a very monotone voice. We have a new trailer for the upcoming Ultra Galaxy fight, The Absolute Conspiracy.
Oh boy, fun story about this. So, the new trailer came out, like me and Gar finished catching up on Zed that week, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go in my room and just like do something, whatever. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna watch the trailer for The Absolute Conspiracy. I'm like, okay. So I'm in my room, just minding my business. I just hear Gar fucking squeal, and I'm like, oh, something big must have fucking happened. So I ran in. He showed me. I was like, oh!
Yeah, and the big thing was, in which we'll just get straight into it.
Our prayers were answered. The one thing that we wanted the most this year.
Jonius is showing up.
Yes.
Okay.
The question we always wanted answered was, what did your gear look like before he became evil?
And which we are getting our answers prayed with Ultraman Triggear early style. So this will definitely be delving into the past.
Yeah.
And it's so nice to finally see this.
It's so cool. He actually looks really good. He's a lot more blue than I was expecting. But then I was looking at a side-by-side comparison of him with his, like, the form we're used to.
Yeah. And
I was looking at trying to be like, okay, like, what's armor, like, and what's not. and like what was added on, and then like I realized that like his suit didn't really match the other one, his early version, and then like apart from like parts of the head, and I realized, wait, he uses a device.
Yeah, the Tregear.
Yeah, that's a form. He's putting a form over his Ultraman body. So it's an Ultraman that uses a henshin device to transform into something different, other than usually a human who uses a transformation device to turn to an Ultraman. So he's just taking this step further. Nice. So I came to that realization. I was like, that's it. It's just him. It's an Ultraman transforming into something different.
And you know what? That's my headcanon, unless this special showcases it.
Oh, like how he eventually becomes like proper Tregear?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so.
And once again, Tregear will be voiced by Yuma Uchida.
It's gonna be weird hearing him sound all like good.
Ultraman Taro will also be in this, but it will not be
the guy from Genga.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, never mind. It is.
Oh, yay!
Wait, sorry. I'm going blind from this television. Because we have our.
Oh, it's the guy voicing a younger version of Taro.
Yeah. So Shotaro Morikubo will be voicing a younger Ultraman Taro, alongside Ultraman Tregear. These news articles really got like.
In their youth, Taro and Tregear once were close friends in the Land of Light. What happened to them? The answer will finally be revealed in this video production.
Or if you just go read the novel.
Yeah, and find out Tregear's might be gay. Nothing wrong with that. So yeah, we also got to see it for Jonius. I have to say, I thought he'd be buffer, but I guess I'm just kind of stereotyping from his planet because Titus is super swole.
Well, Titus is the only swole one.
Yeah, that's true. He is stronger and he works out a lot. So, yeah. But it's nice to have a Jonius suit. He looks not like an Ultraman at all.
Well, it's because last year when Taiga came out, it was also Jonius's 40th anniversary. Yeah. So Super Rad decided it was time to give his suit an upgrade so that it looked more like the anime instead of the live action suit that they had. Mm-hmm. And I personally, at first I was like, it looks alright, but this looks absolutely better. Yeah. Kind of like how they finally made a proper suit for Great with the wetsuit instead of the spandex. And the other big shocking reveal is that Andromelos will be showing up in this special.
So I never heard of this guy before. I never even seen him, but like Gar's talked to me about him. So then we watched like a bit of like the first episode of the original series. And yeah, so apparently like it's Zoffy disguised as like a space policeman or something. And I'm like, that's fascinating.
Apparently, it was based on like a serial, like a manga that came out in like a magazine.
Yeah,
then they changed it around for a show.
Yeah, so and like we even see a picture. We saw a screenshot where it was like Zoffy with like the Andromelos suit, but with the helmet off, and like you could tell like that's like an Ultraman like mouth kinda underneath the helmet.
But especially a lot of people in the Ultraman Discord that I'm in, we're all happy to see if this is not Zoffy.
If it's the actual Andromelos?
Ultraman Melos.
Ooh. Yeah, because we watched that animated short.
The animated short version.
But it was really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm very fascinated by this guy. I actually can't wait to see more of him. So. But yeah, this series is looking... This like miniseries looks fucking great. This event looks awesome.
So apparently on November 7th, 2020, there will be a sneak peek at the Tamashii Nations 2020 event, which will be Koichi Sakamoto, Riku's actor, and Megami Han, who voiced Pega, I think? Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah, down here.
Sora and Ultraman Justice.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah, we also got news of the theme song for the special. Oh. Zero to Infinity and it'll be sung by Mamoru Miyano.
All right.
Which I believe that's Zero's actor, is it not?
I'd like to think so.
Sounds familiar. It does sound like him. Yes, it is Zero.
Good old Zero. Mm. Fuck, his actor even looks like what Zero would like sound like.
This poster also just looks so cool.
Yeah, so I like the villain. Like they explained him in the trailer. Like he's basically just like trying to prove that like he's better than an Ultraman. He's like, I'm fucking stronger, more powerful than you fuckers. So, fucking Belial's in it too, and like we saw a scene of him like wanting more power, and I was just like, hell yeah.
It's just nice to know that, you know, all this work, all this dedication, going for a YouTube series for free.
You could have put this shit on Blu-ray, and we would have bought it.
Hopefully they release like a Ultra Galaxy Fight 2-pack in the future.
Maybe they'll make a third one.
Hey, if this does well, and then again next year being the 55th anniversary, I wouldn't doubt there would be one more.
Make a third one about the Heisei ones. Tiga, Dyna, Gaia, Cosmos, like Nexus, Max.
I say make it about all of them coming together. It'd be crazy.
Fucking 199 Hero.
Yeah.
It's the movie, but with every single Ultraman ever.
Finally get every single Ultra Hero together. Because that's never been a thing.
Fuck.
We have never had a project that includes everyone.
Yeah, because not even in the Zero movie, not all of them were there.
No, Tiga wasn't there. Gaia, Agul, Cosmos, Nexus, Max.
Nope, just Dyna.
Or, no, I think Max was in the background.
Dyna was there, though.
Yeah, Dyna was in the movie.
Yeah, because Dyna's
because he's from the other universe.
He's Dyna. Gotta have Dyna. But yeah, no, that's Absolute Conspiracy. Looks fucking amazing. I can't wait to watch it.
I'm excited to watch it too.
I'm just glad that we got to see what Tregear looked like previously. So thank you, Subaraya, for answering that question that has been fucking killing us since we first saw Tregear. So,
like, I would say last year.
Yeah, and remember, like, what Tyga said to him before he, like, defeated him was
you're
just,
still an Ultraman.
You're still an Ultraman, whether you like it or not. Fuck you.
Well, that is it for news, and once again, always 40 minutes.
Told you.
We always find a way.
Yeah.
But, anyways, let's get into the episodes.
Alright, so Ultraseven Episode 11, Fly to Demon Mountain. So, this was an interesting one. It wasn't boring.
It was at least better than Episode 10.
Yeah. So, basically, there's this alien going around with this, like, super space camera going around, snapping pictures of people, but, you know, it kills them. Or so we think.
It kills them, in quotations.
Yeah.
When you say it's free, like with quotations, it doesn't sound like it's free. You know, it's free.
Free?
But I also noticed that with Ultraseven. When you have a bad episode, a good episode follows. Episode 7, awful. Episode 8, really good. Episode 9, I don't remember what episode 9 was.
Yeah.
Episode 10, yeah.
So our alien for this episode was, so we got an alien and a kaiju. So we got the Space Yeti alien Wild. And from afar, this guy looks pretty fucking intimidating, because, like, you know, he had like these like red glowing thing, like antenna thingies on his head. Yeah. But then he zoomed in the camera onto his face, and it was like, oh, that's a human face.
Yeah, so it's a guy in a giant, like, fur outfit.
Like,
his face is painted. Imagine, if you will,
it's like those monkey costumes in Batman and Robin that, like, Poison Ivy and Bane were in.
Yeah. That's better than my comparison. The freaking tree from Dudley the Dragon.
Oh, Mr. Crabtree.
Yeah, Mr. Crabtree.
I loved him. When he wished that he could move, and then he got legs.
Oh, that's weird.
It was adorable.
Walking tree. Oh my goodness, Groot.
Fucking Sammy.
Mr.
and Mrs. Robin.
Huh?
Go watch. No, just naming off all the characters.
We're here to talk about Ultra 7.
But yeah, this guy, like, from a distance, cool. Close up. So yeah. And then we also got introduced to the Space Dragon Nurse?
That is its name.
That's what the subtitles said?
Yep, that's what the subtitles say. That's what the wiki says. And that's what the Japanese Wikipedia page says.
That's not the subs I watched on Facebook.
Was it Nasu?
Yeah, like Norris or something like that. Norris or Narcus? Something like that. It wasn't Nurse.
Okay, you really gotta start watching the official release then.
I will, yeah. You were just doing notes, I was lying in my bed doing nothing, so I was like, you know what, I'll just watch the episodes while...
You could just ask me for the Movie Spree login and password, and
That's
you
true.
can have the digital versions.
Okay, I'll do that next time. Anyways, so, yeah, Nurse, he was kind of cool, a bit skinny for him, but when he turned into, like, a fucking UFO, that was cool.
That was creative. How, like, he, so what he did with his body, it's like, it twirled around it, or like not twirled, but like it
twirled around his head.
It wrapped around itself.
Yeah, and then just
with his head on top, and it formed like a spaceship.
And they could fire like little lasers. But yeah, so there's like a bunch of people are going missing, getting killed off, and so this Ultra Guard have to go check it out.
26 people in total.
Yep. So Dan and Soga go off to take a look around.
Yeah, at Mount Iwami, which is now given the name the Demon Mountain.
Demon Mountain.
Don't go there. Why? Radiation? No. Volcanic eruptions? No. What is it? Cowboys.
And so Dan gets hit by the camera. And so he drops dead, and like Soga's really, really, really torn up about Dan's death. He's like, Dan!
Hey, way to peek the mic.
Yeah, like last episode we fucking had like Dan! Dan!
Sean, what do you want?
Sean! God, did you see how annoying that is? But yeah, and then like it cuts back to the Ultra car where they're like in the medical examination table or something. He's just there, and the doctors are just looking at each other, going like shaking their heads, like, nah, he's gone. And they like, they put the blanket over him, the sheet over him. And just Soga's just like so fucking torn up about it, like fucking all of them were there. Even the captain's just like,
well, it was because of what Soga and Dan were talking about on their way to the mountain. Just Soga's just thinking to himself he has a bad feeling because it's Friday the 13th,
which is weird because those are my favorite days.
Fridays and the 13th.
Friday the 13th, yeah, that's one of my favorite days because 13th is my favorite number. It's my lucky number.
Weird.
It's because I wanted Marvin the Martian, giant Marvin the Martian at a carnival game because I was number 13 in the game. So that's what I knew.
But like like Dan just shrugs it off like, oh, you're just being superstitious. Dan proceeds to die 2 minutes later.
Yeah, you know why? Because Dan Moriboshi, he's
like, yeah, it is you don't have to feel sorry for it because on one hand, it's like he is the main character. He's gonna come back.
That's why after watching it, I was like,
but I kind of had that feeling of like
what if it happened to someone else? Like we would have been in the same situation.
Well, no, it did leave me with the feeling, what are we going to do? Yeah. Dan's dead.
Yeah. And like all that, like even the captain, he's just like, he's like, Dan was a hero to like the Ultra Garrison, and like, we can't let the other agents know that he's dead because like it'll just, people looked up to him.
We can't do that, especially the Anne. Anne is not in this episode at all
for some reason.
No mentioning, just not showing. Wasn't there another episode where she just didn't show up? Yeah, and then like she came. I think it was the Space Prisoner episode. Yeah, or like she was in like the background or something.
Maybe just directors does other stuff too at the time. So
I hate to say it is the 60s. Oh, you're a woman. You're not gonna get a lot of screen time.
But Ultraman Fuji was in it like every episode almost.
Well, yeah, when there's only like 4 or 5 of them. Here, there's 7 of them.
That's true.
Plus the villain, plus the monster.
Yeah. So then,
But I guess when there's 300 TDF members, she doesn't have the time.
So I think it was Soga and the Captain who went out, right?
It was Soga, Furuhashi, and Kiriyama. Yes.
Yeah.
That all went out.
Yeah. So they went back in the area, and so like they talked to some local cowboys, Japanese cowboys. Never thought to see that.
Well, they own a ranch.
Yeah.
So it's like you could just call them ranchers, but according to the Japanese Wikipedia page, they are known as cowboy.
Yeah. So
which is shockingly funny. Here's an ultra fact for everyone. There are several cameos within these two scenes. The doctors, writers.
Oh.
Sozo Uhara, Tetsuo Kinjo, and Onisuke Akiya.
Huh.
And to the cowboys were Gamera suit actor Teruo Aragaki and Buska suit actor Kuno Suzuki.
Okay. Wow.
You gotta fill in the small parts. It's like, what are we gonna get? You busy? No? Alright, come here. You're a cowboy today.
So they found. So when Dan got shot, Soga noticed the guy on a horse like running off, and then like they found like a spur like off of like a cowboy's boot, the little spinning things that you hear. So they brought it over to like these ranchers, and like they're like, hey, do you guys recognize this? And he's like, oh, wait a minute. Oh, this guy's. Yeah, he's been kind of missing lately. Like, we haven't seen him in a while.
Yukimura? Yeah, he's a slacker. Hasn't shown up in the last week.
Slack.
He's a slacker, that Yukimura.
So then they go into this cave, and they track him down into the cave, and like he tries firing the gun, and like because they have like two like policemen with them, but like two policemen gone,
dead.
They get dead. And then they start firing their weapons, but it's like the effects that like the tanks and jets when they're firing their weapons. So you see like and they're like blowing, like it's like that scene in Predator when like they think the Predator's like out in the jungle, and like the black guy just takes out the minigun and starts fucking firing their guns everywhere. That's what it felt like. And then the alien wild just throws a cowboy hat out at them. And then like it's like, oh, they found the actual body of like the guy. He's gone.
He's dead.
He's dead.
That scene reminded me more of the Ghostbusters scene when they're at the hotel. And like they shoot their
with the maid.
Yeah, with the maid. Just what the hell are you guys doing?
Sorry.
What are those things called again?
Proton packs.
Yeah, proton packs.
Yeah. And so they pick up the camera, and so they bring it back. They give it to Amagi, because Amagi, he's the tech guy.
Well, that's when they realize the gun isn't a gun; it's a camera.
Yeah, and so what it does is it takes a picture, but it also like
it takes their life force.
Yeah, so it
takes their soul.
They tried on a guinea pig, fucking dead.
Dead in air quotes.
Yeah. But then they find out Amagi, after some time in research, he reports to them and just goes, okay, yes, they're dead, but technically they're alive. They're in the film. And so he like projects it to the screen, and you see them. They kind of look like they're in like a music video, or they're like kind of just they're dancing, they're in a trance, they don't know what they're doing, but they see the missing people, they see Dan, and like they're yelling at the screen like, Dan, you're alive.
They're in 2-dimensional space. They can't hear them.
They can't hear him. So Amagi pretty much spends the rest of the episode trying to figure out how to reverse the effect.
What are the odds? Last episode, Dan's stuck in the 4th dimension. This episode, he's stuck in 2 dimension.
Yeah, and then for the rest of the show, he's in the 3rd dimension.
So when's he gonna get to the 1st dimension?
There's no such thing as the 1st dimension.
What? Yeah, I never thought about that.
No one's ever thought about that.
There's no such thing as a 1st dimension.
Probably is, but...
you keep talking. I'm going to look into this.
So then they go back to the cave, and they encounter the alien wild, which, like, apparently, listen to fucking this sob story. So the alien wild are a long-aged race, and they're very old, and they need youth, like young people, to... like preserve their lifespan. And so he figured, taking like 26 to 30 souls, like what's so bad about that?
You're kidnapping people.
You're kidnapping people and killing them that's our people. Yeah, but we're suffering. You wouldn't let a whole planet suffer, would you? I don't give a shit. You're killing our people.
We're not killing them. We're kidnapping them and taking them back to our planet so we can survive. See, this is why we didn't talk to you humans, because you wouldn't understand.
Yeah, and it's like, we're not invading you or anything. We just want some people so we can preserve our lifespan. And just, they're like, no, fuck you.
I have a bazooka in my hand.
Yeah, so they try attacking him, and then like he summons Nurse to attack.
Well, no, he hypnotizes Soga.
Oh yeah, that's right. He hypnotizes Soga.
But just to mention something quickly, so first dimensional space.
Yep.
It's just line.
It's just a line.
It's just length.
Okay.
There's no width.
Ah.
So Dan goes to the first dimension. We wouldn't see him.
No. He just.
Because there's nothing.
Yeah.
In a sense. Alright.
Oh, yeah. So Soga gets hypnotized into, like, bringing the rest of them to the cave. It's like, oh, come to the cave.
Bring the film. That's an order.
Please. I've cracked the code. Yeah. And then they encounter him again.
You know, the alien wild.
It's just... I couldn't take him seriously just having, like, a human face. Like, you could have done something else. I thought the red antennas on his head were, like, his eyes. That would have been more intimidating, I think. But just like, I'm sorry, it was just a guy in a giant purple suit.
It looks like something you would find on like a preschool BBC 80s television show.
Yeah, so
it looks like he could be best friends with Mr. Puff and Stuff.
HR Puff and Stuff?
Yeah, HR Puff and Stuff.
Yeah, it looks like he belonged on Sesame Street. Here, talk to you about the letter U. For Ultraman.
No, I'm going to talk about the letter K. For kidnapping.
For kidnapping.
For
to
kidnapping.
Preserve my race. So, yeah, I like to think that we never saw the alien wild ever again in a future Ultraman series because they probably all died out.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, no, that's so bad. Yeah, we'll probably never seen a single one again.
I'm thinking of that, and now I just want to see Ultraman walk up on Sesame Street. Today's episode is brought to you by the letter U for Ultraman.
We'll teach you how to spell schwa.
Probably or
Swatch.
Friggin' Elmo just doing the swatch.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing. Swatch. Yeah. So then, alien nurse, the nurse comes out.
Yeah.
The fucking. You know what I was thinking the whole time I saw him?
What?
I was thinking, it's fucking Ghidorah as a sperm, as a single fucking sperm cell. That's what nurse is.
Well, you're not entirely wrong, because guess what his nickname was?
What?
Mecha Manda. Because there's a Toho kaiju called Manda, which is just, the Chinese dragon style. That's just it, but mechanized.
Yeah.
So
he was a mechanized kaiju.
Well, he wasn't. It was just a robot dragon.
Yeah. It's still a robot dragon. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, from a distance, he didn't look very scary, but then when he got up close with Ultraseven, then it was like, oh fuck, he's actually like big and lengthy. And...
First ever Dragon Zord?
Maybe. But yeah, so he turns into a ship, into a saucer, and he starts like firing down, and then just you see the alien wild like running towards Nurse, just being like, Nurse! Nurse! And just Furuhashi just fucking boom!
Oh no, Soga.
Oh yeah, Soga. Boom! Sets him on fucking fire, explodes him.
Because Soga doesn't know that Dan's technically alive, so he's like, that was for Dan.
Dan, you son of a bitch.
Smile, you son of a...
Yeah, and so he blows him up. And it was so, like, it was just a little, like, furry model that gets, like, set on fire, but still, like, I was like, oh, well, they're fucked.
Remember when we could just genocide people?
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, the whole planet wild's probably fucked now.
Probably a dead planet.
Yeah, probably a dead planet. And, yeah, so then Dan gets brought back.
Yeah, so, Amagi finds out that to bring someone back, they just need to take a picture of the body and then project it on a film projector, which will allow them to align their body with their life force, or their soul, per se.
Their two-dimensional selves into the third dimension.
And then it'll pop them out as a four-dimension being.
Yeah, so Dan comes out of a screen.
So Dan pops out of the not television screen, but he pops out of the projector.
And just...
like we don't see him transform, but we see Ultra 7 fly in.
Yeah, he flies in, he starts fighting Nurse, and then like Nurse starts wrapping himself around him, and then just how does Ultra Seven just fucking breaks him
open,
breaks him into pieces. And I was like, oh, that was very brutal.
This is the first episode where we see his lamp beam thing.
His
flash.
not color timer flash.
Yeah, his not color timer.
It's not his color timer.
It's not a color timer.
It's not a color timer.
I'm just looking it up what it's called. But yeah, like he destroys Nurse, and it's like, well, we avenged Dan.
Wait a minute.
But what
see
cost?
Dan show up on a fucking horse? I'm like, you prick.
He is the Lone Ranger.
It's like, Dan, you're alive. He's like, of course I am.
Thanks.
And then it just like ends with the narrator basically just saying like, would you let a race of aliens who need you to die?
No, I ain't going near them. Whatever it's called.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's a Millennium Lamp or whatever you want to call it.
He's got a lot going for him.
Yeah, he's fucking Ultra 7. There's so much. Yeah, his beam lamp.
His beam lamp?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Beam lamp?
Yeah, it's called the beam lamp.
That's so stupid. Wow.
Flash is when he's weak.
So it is a color timer.
No.
It's a color timer.
No.
It's a color timer on his head.
No, it's not.
It's a color timer on his head.
Whoops.
So yeah. So this was a cool episode.
I enjoyed it a lot.
I enjoyed it a lot too. I could hear you in the fucking other rooms being like, "Oh shit!" Like when fucking Wild got blown up.
Yeah, because it was just like I expected him to die, of course, but like I wasn't expecting Soga to pull out like the flamethrower gun and be like, "This is for Dan." Yeah, overall good episode of Ultra 7. So let's move on to Dyna.
Ultraman Dyna.
So episode 12, Phantom Thief Hamala.
Wait, I thought it was Himala.
No, it's Hamala.
Oh, I thought it was Jamala.
Jamila?
Jamila?
No, don't bring him up. It's sad.
All right.
Yeah, it's so sad.
At first, I'm like, who's Jamila again? I'm like, oh.
Yeah, the guy who died in 1993.
Stuck out in space.
Oh, man.
That was one of the first episodes to get a 4K release for Ultraman.
Oh, yeah.
So, what happened?
So, from what I could see is the Phantom Thief Hamala, he is a thief who steals beautiful things that he considers to be beautiful. So, he decides to steal 3 small towns in the middle of during a sunset. And he's like, I think the concept of a small town during a sunset is just beautiful, and I want to capture that forever. So he wraps 3 of them in this like red wrapping paper kind of thing, and he puts them in this little box in 3 separate drawers.
He does know cameras exist, right?
I don't think so. And he preserves them, and like the people are still there, they're still conscious, they're still doing their thing, but they're trapped in this one point in time where it's just constantly a sunset. And so like the kids, these 2 boys are out playing soccer, and it's like, oh, it's sunset still, it's not night yet, we don't have to go home yet, we still got a few minutes. And like this old guy's just sitting there enjoying the sunset, and he's just like, oh, this is nice.
This is beautiful.
The clouds aren't moving, but whatever.
The wind's blowing, but...
So, yeah, so this guy steals, like, things he considers beautiful, and he found Earth to be, like, a really interesting place with a lot of beautiful things. And, like, he stole one of the fucking Eastern Island heads, and...
He stole a giant tanuki thing.
And a chicken.
A cat.
Cat.
He stole a cat.
I mean, cats are pretty.
Yeah, they're cats.
Yeah, cats are cool. I've seen some ugly cats.
Cats are cats.
It's like grandma the fucking thing. That cat's an ugly fucking cat.
So, like, Asuka asks him, like, what are you going to do with the humans in there? And then he's like, fuck them.
They can die.
I'll probably collect them all up and like toss them out somewhere.
Yeah, and then like he's hidden in like this like little like room up on like the rooftop of the building, and he has like all this stuff. So like he's in the middle of like doing something, and then he hears someone, and it's like, ah! And like it's just people like dropping off stuff, and he just like opens the door. He's like, oh fuck, that was close. And he has like his ship hidden, which for an alien and for a phantom thief of him, because like this guy's design is awesome.
Oh yeah, he looks awesome.
He's got this really nice theme that kept playing a lot, which I really liked. Kind of had like a little fun version of theme song, and then his standard theme song.
Yeah,
it was really good. It was a really good song.
But
his ship just didn't feel like it suited him. It was like a rocket ship. It reminded me of the Odyssey from Super Mario Odyssey.
It reminded me of the Pikmin ship.
That too, yeah.
Like just in color wise, the whole shape as well.
Yeah, so...
And his voice didn't really kind of match him, though.
Well, like, when he laughed, it sounded like...
Or let me rephrase that. His personality didn't really match with the design a bit.
When he laughed, all I was thinking about was fucking Madame Zerino from Holes, when, like, it's like, oh, bring Madame Zeroni up the mountain.
He reminded you of Eartha Kitt?
Yeah. Like, the laugh reminded me of Eartha Kitt. Sure.
He reminded you of Yzma?
Yeah. Reminds me of the Disney picture where like a guy cosplayed as fucking Kronk in Yzma.
Oh, yeah.
And they're on Splash Mountain, and he's like, it's just like, but yeah. So also Nakajima continues to be a fucking idiot, bumbling idiot, and like I feel like that's how they've decided to write him now. He's just the nervous, jittery, clumsy oaf.
I was talking with some people in the Ultraman Discord and about how like, oh, I'm watching like Dyna, and I'm like, Nakajima's alright. Like as a joke, we call him not Hori, and they're like, yeah, he kind of doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
No,
Hori was awesome. He was funny. He was smart.
I feel like
ended up getting married.
I feel like we always talk about how Hori's better. And we keep mentioning the same thing.
Because Hori is better! Fuck Nakajima! No, I've already established my favorite member of Super Guts. It's fucking Captain Hibiki.
I think they should have brought back Hori. Be like, screw it, make hell of anything. Could have brought Hori back, have him be the captain.
Captain Hori?
Captain. Okay, maybe there is a reason they didn't bring him back.
Captain Hori, baby! Also... No Hanajiro, 0 out of 10.
Oh yeah, no Space Cat.
No Space Cat.
No Robot Space Cat. We did get a meow, but it wasn't Hanajiro.
No.
It's fun,
what if you stole Hanajiro?
No, you probably didn't steal him because he's...
Imagine.
That'd be awful.
Yeah, but anyways, hopefully we'll see him soon.
I freaking love that thing.
Yeah, so like at one point like Himala says like, oh, Asuka-kun, and like I was gonna make the joke like Asuka's like, how do you know my name? I saw on the back of your uniform. What? Oh, yeah.
Wait, that's there? Never noticed.
Wait, am I wearing Mai's outfit? Fuck!
No. Hello, Baska. Baska unzips his jacket. Oh, son of a bitch.
Damn it, Mai!
No, like they misspelled his name. Just... Son of a bitch.
Yeah, so, like, basically, like, there wasn't much to go on for this episode, but, like, basically, like...
It felt very short.
Yeah, so, like, Asuka and, Karia, they're, like, stuck in one of the towns, because, like, they were, like, just, like...
We won't let you get away with this! Alright, you did.
Yep, sent you there. So they get sent there, and, like... Basically, Asuka thinks of the idea, it's like, okay, I'm gonna... That sky's not moving, so it can't be real. So,
like, if there's wind, but clouds and such aren't moving, so that must be an artificial thing.
Yeah, so he shoots, like, the laser out of the car, and he, like, shoots it enough that it goes through the box, and then Super Guts is able to detect it.
Yeah.
And so then they send Nakajima and everyone to...
You know, I'll at least give Nakajima that. He was at least clever and be like, you know, if this thing was teleported off of Earth, there would be some sort of residue, like at the location. And
so, like, did you find where it is, Nakajima? Yeah. Well, the thing is, what? I can't detect it.
What?
The fuck do you mean you can't detect it? It's not there, guys! If it was on Earth, I'd be able to detect it! Fuck! This fucking flips the table, leaves the room. I'm sorry!
I'm trying my best.
I'm sorry, I'm not like Hori from Guts, alright? Fuck family and kids. He's jealous of Hori. Fucking Hori. He's just like Bubbles.
Guys, I'm just trying to do my fucking best here.
No illegal stuff.
No illegal. I already told you, I'm done with fucking alien shit.
Nakajima, it's fine! Calm down.
Oh, Oscar, you better fucking tell me this isn't some sort of Ultraman shit.
No, Nakajima, I promise you, it's not. I'm done with that Ultraman stuff for good, okay?
It better be.
Don't tell Nakajima that I'm doing Ultraman stuff.
We've also been watching a lot of Trailer Park Boys.
Oh yeah, I just finally finished the whole series. And I watched
the live action, so
that was fun. But yeah, so then Hamala figures out, he's like, oh, stop you, and then somehow Asuka transforms into Dyna, flies into Hamala's body, and then he's like, welcome to Hamala's world! And they start fighting him inside him.
Maybe the giant form was just a projection of
Maybe.
himself.
I mean, he didn't have his cape on either.
He is a thief.
Yeah. So.
Sorry, he is a phantom thief.
Yeah, but that's just that's the thing. That's a clever title for being oh, you never find them, never see them.
How original.
And so there was this funny moment in the fight though, where he doesn't know where, he disappears, and Dyna's trying to find him, and then he just see him go ha! He sucker punches him Dyna in the face.
Oh yeah, he taps on his shoulder and then just claps.
And then Dyna does the same thing. He taps him. He's like, huh? Fucking uppercuts him. And then somehow he hits him out of him into his ship. It counts down. It finishes its countdown because he was about to leave. And then the ship launches and he's just gone.
Yeah, and we never see him again.
But the towns are put back where they belong.
Yeah, everything's put back to where it belongs.
So then Asuka goes up to the two boys. He's like, hey, kids, you gotta go home now. It's dark. And he's like, no, it's not. Oh, that's the first star of the evening. Yeah, we should go home. All right, bye.
Oh, yeah,
And the old guy's just like, I'd like to go play catch sometime. It's like, that was random, but okay.
Okay.
But you want to play catch with those two boys? All right, Herbert.
Want some Ultraman?
I just want to play some catch with some boys.
I got some Ultraman in my basement if you want some.
Oh God.
And yeah, there was a woman in this episode as well. The street light comes on. And she's like, "Oh, I better get inside to make dinner." I'm like, yeah, it looks like everything went back to normal. Oh, the episode ends with freaking Himala laughing, mysteriously, as if we're gonna see him again.
I feel like we're going to see him again.
We don't see him again.
Oh.
This is his only appearance.
Oh, damn it.
Even though he is alive. Well, his voice actor is no longer alive.
Oh.
The person that voiced him was actually Alien Zereb in the original Ultraman show.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so not a bad episode, but just it felt short.
Felt short. Didn't really know what it wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
Again, just no message.
That too.
No actual message of
enjoy the sunsets all you can.
If you find something beautiful, take a picture of it. Don't steal it.
Yeah, take a picture. It'll last longer.
Take a picture. It'll last longer. On
to Zed.
I guess on to Zed. So episode 9, the Unidentified Object Convoy Order.
God damn. So this is kind of part of a two-parter?
More like a 3-parter.
Yeah.
If anything. This is more... no, I would call this the prelude to a 3-parter.
Yeah.
Or 4-parter. Basically, episodes 9, 10, 11, and 12 are all kind of one story, in a sense. But it's kind of split in half. Episode 9 and 10 are their own thing, and episode 11 and 12 are their own thing.
Mm-hmm. But this episode, we get introduced to probably the most famous robot in all of Ultraman.
Mechagodzilla?
It's Godzilla, but no.
Godzilla's Ultraman.
No, he's not.
Are you sure?
Oh.
Are you sure? In the tokusatsu video of Why We Love Ultraman, they're like, in surprise cameos, and it's just the shot of Jiris.
Fuck.
No, hard, everyone.
No. I'm talking about, of course, King Joe. Everyone's favorite space robot.
I thought Givalis was our favorite space robot.
No.
I thought Jeanbot was our favorite space robot.
No, fuck Seanbot.
I thought Bender was our favorite space robot.
Bender's not from space.
Or is he?
He's building Mom's robot factory.
Which is up in space.
Is it? Or no, he was made in Mexico.
Oh right, that was it. That was
he was made in Mexico.
The point is, yes, this episode reintroduced us to King Joe.
And he still proves that every time he shows up, he's fucking powerful. He's so strong, so terrifying. He can split into 4 pieces, apparently. I didn't know he could do that.
They fly now?
They fly now.
They fly now.
Yeah, no, I don't think we've ever seen him do that before.
I think we did in...
Maybe like briefly, not...
I think in Rube he did it.
Yeah,
he
but not as long as he did in this episode.
Mm-hmm. But I just gotta say about this episode, I give it up to the 2 directors. Especially the freaking special effects director.
Whoa, just when they're fucking on the mountain road, you just see King Joe just there.
As someone who has, in this year, learned a lot more about VFX, like visual special effects, I recommend anyone this episode. Because it's good tracking, good composition, how to do lighting, and just all of this episode. It's probably the best directed episode that they've done since the first one.
Yeah.
Because every other episode kind of has like that standard level of directing for an Ultraman show. You know, nothing too big, nothing too small. Like it's kind of like in that perfect balance. But much like with episode 1, episode 9 here, there are definitely a lot of creative shots.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, and good editing as well. Because, so the episode begins with a flashback to the first episode, actually. Explaining how when Gene Garge, or Sky Shark, whatever you want to call him, was killed by Ultraman Z, Ultrametals went scattering. Mm-hmm. And we knew Heavy Kura had Tiga, Dyna, and Gaia. But it turns out the Allied forces, the second group under the GFA, like their storage, and then there's the Allied forces. They have been collecting the Ultrametals in secret because they hold a secret plasma energy that they want to break down and see what they can do with it. Mm-hmm. However, King Joe arrives because he can sense the energy and has stolen 3 of the metals.
Yep.
And those metals were Father of Ultra, Zafi, and Jack. However, they had 6 altogether. So, in which the other 3 are, of course, Cosmos, Nexus, and Mabius. And we'll get into that later. Heavy Kura tells them about the mission. Mm-hmm. We lost 3. The aliens who controlled King Joe want them. We can't let them take them. So we're taking them to the Joint Advanced Equipment Research Center. Or JERC.
Jerk.
Or what a jerk.
What a jerk. So Yuka's obviously excited to fucking do this because she just wants to see King Joe.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, I hope we don't see King Joe. You want to see King Joe? Yeah, I want to see King Joe.
So Heavy Kura, juggler himself, he's at least smart about this. He's like, all right, here's a case. It's gonna block their plasma energy. We're gonna drive it around the city. In case King Joe shows up, there's no collateral damage.
Yep.
So I'm like, okay, that's good continuity because they've mentioned before that, more destruction equals money that they don't have.
Yep.
And it just led to such a good transition shot of Haruki looking down at the map, and then it kind of transitions into seeing like the van driving around the mountain range. And I have a feeling that was probably post-production, where that car was probably tracked into that road shot. it could be real.
Yeah.
Like, because drones exist. Apparently massive drones.
I did like, though, like, Heavy Core and, like, everyone's, like, talking about the whole thing, and it's just, like, and Heavy Core's just like, Haruki, you're gonna pilot Wyndham, and Haruki's like, okay.
And, like, we see Wyndham fly by as well. That's also a good shot, because that's, like, really good tracking. Oh.
It's just, like, since, like, Orb, they've gotten really good with, like, having, like, normal-sized people and, like, the kaijus and stuff, like, to scale with each other.
And it's also just good showcasing of, like, how you could do this on such a short budget with, there's probably at least, like, I don't know how many editors are in these episodes, but there's probably at least, like, 6 or 10 at least hired out.
Or maybe, like, one guy.
Nah, no, one guy, no.
Oh, you never know that.
Well, Lane, I tried to do one of these shots all by myself. I screamed at the computer.
Oof.
It's possible,
but just take a while.
For 3 weeks, for 3 weeks advance, there's not enough time to do all this just for one episode.
Mm-hmm.
But oh my goodness, it's just.
So King Joe eventually finds them, and like it splits apart, trying to because it can cover more ground. So Haruki tries to grab one of the pieces.
Yeah, he grabs the head, and the head pops off, and he's like, "What?" And it just breaks apart, and it flies after the van. And it goes through this tunnel, which they weren't expecting it to follow. And so Heavy Kura and Yuka are surrounded by King Joe. One more awesome effect: the shadows. You can see. You could have easily gotten away with not having any shadow on the hovering pieces, because you can definitely tell they were added in post-production. But they added the effect that the lighting made a shadow underneath it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just oh man. Whoever did this episode, they need a raise. Because they did a good job.
Hell yeah.
So Heavy Kura gives them the case. Haruki's upset. But turns out that was the plan. Because apparently there were no metals in that canister. But I thought that thing was supposed to,
block the signal.
Yeah, block the signal.
No, we made it so we can emit the signal. But where's Yoko? Yoko's off actually taking a shortcut, delivering the actual metals to the place.
So why wasn't I informed?
Because you're too honest, Haruki. Oh. And
as I say, to deceive the enemy, you must deceive your ally.
Yeah, so Haruki would have ruined it.
Somehow.
Yeah. Well, what? King Joe, he would have been oh, we gotta protect those nut metals from King Joe, you guys.
How was not
totally?
I guess that probably would have been the only way for it to be that the giant plot twist.
Maybe
they just couldn't write around it or something.
Yeah. But King Joe just continues to be this fucking terrifying robot thing, and I love him. Which I can't wait to see
for the storage.
Yeah,
custom.
Storage custom. Oh baby. And yeah, so Yoko ends up going there, but who is there to fucking get the medals but Kaburagi, disguised, surprisingly, and he just takes it and he's like, happy to be of service. Just being all fucking crazy about it, and it's holy shit.
I just need you to sign this. Don't open the canister. Why are you opening the case? And we see the...
So then, he's stealing the medals because he wants them for himself, obviously, but then King Joe shows up because he's about to leave because he thinks he has them, and then he's like, signal detected. And so Kamaragi's also kind of oh shit.
I did not think that, but I didn't think my plan through.
And so Yoko and Kaburagi get attacked, and then
this leads to Haruki being... I honestly think Haruki may have a thing for Yoko.
Well, it's also just they're friends, it's his
partner. A partner thing.
Yeah. It's just she's my ally and my friend. I don't want to see her get killed. So he knows he's not going to make it in time in Wyndham, so he just decides to turn his head.
And I think this is the first time where we don't see this, the stock transformation sequence.
Yeah, because he just goes Alpha Edge, and we just see him show up.
Yeah, because I think, it's after 9 episodes, I think it's time to just start de-escalating that so that you can do more.
Yeah, so like King Joe's fucking him up, but then Yuka's been like keeping like analyzing and King Joe.
And like that's good foreshadowing because, or not good foreshadowing, but good payoff because we see her in the van with a tiny little like GoPro camera, and she's always turning around when she sees King Joe. So it's in like when they get to the bridge to when they get to Jerick, she's probably analyzing all that footage on her little tablet thing that she has.
Yep.
So it's like it's just
it's a good show.
It's good. It's a good way to keep up with the show.
Yeah.
Or not keep up with the show, but like just keep up with modern technology per se.
Yeah. So she detects that King Joe has like these little like weak points when he splits apart, and so like it's like Ultraman, dude, he has weak points. It's pieces, and so like I guess that causes Haruki to go, oh, we should go Beta Smash, and then like Beta Smash also barely does shit.
But that's clever at least. It's like, alright, I'll go Beta Smash, my strongest form. Even my strongest form can't pull this thing apart.
Yeah.
We need more
like,
Ultraman.
Yeah.
And it's like, why don't we just go Gamma Future? We can
summon the other 3.
Yeah, we can use Gamma Illusion.
Yeah.
So like this episode showcased all 3 forms.
And then what's interesting is like the metal King Joe attracts like the metal case from Kaburagi, and then like it's about to go in, but then like Zed's just like, nope, fuck you, grabs him, and then like immediately Haruki has them, and he's like, oh, who's this? Oh, it's Cosmos, Nexus, and then Brother Mabius, and it's like, Brother Mabius.
That is at least in. Oh, it's because he refers to Ultraman Ace and Taro as brothers, or like Mister, I think.
Yeah.
I at least think that's also interesting though that Zet refers to them as like a different category, like the Heisei ones.
Yeah, so Mabius is like Mabius Nissan.
Yeah, so it's like Brother Mabius, Brother Taro, Brother Ace.
Mm-hmm.
I just loved it.
Yep.
Because when he was fighting as Gamma Future, not only did he use Gamma Illusion, which is a Tiga, Dyna, and Gaia, foursome attack, including himself, but he even used the Nexus, Cosmos, and Mabius medals. So it was all just a giant representation of the Heisei era of Ultra Heroes.
Yeah, it was.
Sure, we didn't have Nice or Neos, but hey.
Or Max.
That's who was missing. I'm like, I was
Rip.
thinking of that. I'm like, wait, never mind. We don't have Max.
Rip Max.
I'm sorry, Max. I totally forgot you were a thing.
So underrated. So just not loved.
I'm sorry, man.
There has to be in Japan like the one hardcore Max fan. I would say this like with Pokemon. There's like over 900 Pokemon out there that exist right now. There's one person out there in the world for each Pokemon that is a fucking fan of that Pokemon.
I mean, hell, it's like I'm a fan of Zoffy. Not a lot of people can say that they're a fan of Zoffy.
Yeah, and like a lot of people probably love Belial, but I'm just like, no, I love Belial.
Mm-hmm. But I knew someone was missing, and I don't think Max has an Ultra Medal in the show.
Womp.
Yeah.
Rip.
Yeah, he's a Candy Tour Gashapon exclusive.
Ouch.
I'm sorry, Max.
And Max, I like Max. So yeah, so they finish off King Joe, like they blow him to pieces, but then like, he's still there.
Oh yeah, they didn't blow him up, they just like shorted him out.
Yeah, and so they extract his pieces, and it's like, ooh, what are they gonna do with that?
But then they foreshadow, like, well, remember, King Joe's a mech.
We could make him a robot.
But you see the hand pop out of the ground. It's like, oh right, the pilot.
Yeah, because King Joe's piloted.
Yep. And like Yuka and Yoko are kind of upset about how Jark they didn't get the medals into the facility. But Hebikura mentions, hey, they're at least with Ultraman. It's better off than not having them at all.
Yeah, we would have used them stupidly probably.
So it's like, at least Hebikura is thinking level head. They're with Ultraman. It's better off with him.
Yep. But yeah, no, this is a really good episode. I just, again, love seeing King Joe every time he shows up.
I love seeing it. Like, it's also good, like, it leads into the next episode. But, like, we're not talking about episode 10 today, but it's just an interesting idea of, like, how nowadays you could make an episode, or not an episode, but like a full blown like what's the idea that, or what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word at the moment, but how just each episode leads into the next one.
Yeah.
There's progression in some way.
This show isn't episodic, which is good. So.
But yeah, overall 3 good episodes. I would say Dyna's my least favorite out of the 3 so far.
Yeah, Ultraseven was at least interesting.
Ultraseven was at least interesting, but you can tell Dyna didn't really have a lot to say when the majority of his notes are just 1 page and 2 notes.
But Zet, man.
And then Zet's like 2 full pages.
Zet's still fucking good.
Yeah. So next time on Ultraranger, we'll be kind of switching around the schedule a bit. We'll be doing Dyna then Zet, because as we all know, the 12th episode of Ultraseven is kind of let's just say there's a lot to deconstruct from that episode.
Yeah.
We'll see you all next time. This has been Ultraranger episode 138. Insert title here or something.
Hello, nurse.
Yeah, we'll think of something. I'll think of something post-production.
Cool.
As always, stay safe out there. Wear masks when you have to.
Yep.
Go outside if you like. Don't go outside if you have to. And as always, schwa for now.
Schwa for now.